Hello, my peeps. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are not new, if you are new, welcome to my YouTube channel. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. I hope you're staying safe, social distancing, and wearing your mask. Hope you're hand sanitizing, washing your hands, as well as protecting yourself, as well as other people. Because guess what? You're not the only person on this planet. Sorry, y'all. That I'm not sick or anything. It's just because I have an issue with my nose. It gets dry. It gets special, especially if I get warm or whatever, or if my nose thinks it's warm and it starts like acting crazy. And I also get nosebleeds a lot too. But we're getting surgery to fix that. But that's for another video. But so if you hear me sniffling, it's not because I'm getting sick or I am sick or whatever the case may be. It's literally because my nose despises me, and it could literally be like go from like 62 to like 63 degrees and my nose will act crazy, or if it goes from 80 to 81 degrees, like it's just my nose is so finicky. So clearly I am extremely lazy right now because I'm not even sitting in I don't even want to call my special chair. How about let's try the only chair I have, and with a bunch of lighting and stuff. I mean, I think this is pretty sufficient lighting, but we were gonna do Christmas stickers today. We'll try for tomorrow. I'm just not gonna say it will be tomorrow. But I don't have any finals tomorrow, so I mean I should have time, or at least make time for that, because literally the time is ticking to where I'm not even going to be here to enjoy the stickers, so I really gotta do that pronto. First day of finals went good. What happened? So the finals started at 10. I finished at about 11, which actually would have been a lot sooner. But when I went to go actually submit the final, at least the last part of the final, when I went to go submit it or whatever, it was being very finicky. The thing wasn't wanting to submit correctly, and then when I did officially submit it, it changed the data of what I was trying to submit. And so then I was like, okay, professor, here's the issue here. When I turned in or submitted this thing, the document changed the data that I put on there. And so then she was like, wow, that is a pain. How the heck did that happen? And like, she was really like, I am so glad I have had several, I don't want to say several, but literally all of my professors, except for that one professor. But anyway, I'm so glad a majority, 90% of the professors, really work with you and understand, and is willing to they're willing to help solve the problem, not add more issues. You know what I'm saying? They want to be part of the solution, not the problem. So she was like, how should we do this? And so then she went on there to see if she could delete the attempt or whatever, or the document that I had uploaded, so that way I could try to resubmit it with the correct version of a document where the data was good. And so that didn't work, and so she's like, okay, so try email it to me. Or really, it was like the computer program that they use, or whatever the case may be, you could send direct messages to your professors and things like that, into faculty. And so I did it that way. But she pretty sure I thought I had submitted the right document because, like, I even went on the direct message and re-downloaded the document that I had actually submitted to make sure that the data on there was correct. But apparently, some reason it like still kind of showed up as having the wrong data, and like it wasn't like necessarily a big deal. The only part of it was, how do I explain this? It was like literally just like a really small portion of the document where it was like, I don't want to say it didn't matter, but it was really like not necessarily important, really. I mean, obviously, you want everything on there to be correct, but as far as the level of importance, it was literally extremely minute compared to some of the other things you had to do on the document. And so, when she checked the message or whatever, she said, it said it was graded, but she had also said wrong document, check Canvas again or whatever. But I mean, I guess she's figured, since she already knew the situation and I had explained it to her and things like that, she graded it knowing, because I know how to do everything, and I was able to show her like, okay, this is wrong. I don't know why it changed this, like formatted this data this way, but obviously I know what I'm doing. And so I guess this is where there's a difference in professors when they know. Like, first they're like, no exceptions for anybody, it has to be done exactly that. Well, if you know the student and the student has communicated certain things to you, and you could clearly see their grades throughout the entire rest of the entire semester, you can clearly see that, okay, it's clearly the computer programming or whatever. And she knows the situation because I explained it to her. She was probably like, yeah, it's still, for some reason, the wrong document was submitted, or the data was changed for some reason again. But she still gave me a full credit for that portion of the final because of what I just explained. I had 100% in that class the entire semester. Literally the entire semester. I got A's on all the quizzes and exams and tests. A's on every single assignment. 100% all the way. So when it came final time, there was like kind of like part of the final was like, how do I want to say this? Textual, kind of. Like, it's the multiple choice. Like, we were given like some documents to read or whatever, and to study a little bit, because she already told us ahead of time that there was going to be some multiple choice. And I did study that, obviously, or else I wouldn't have even gotten the scores that I did get on that part of the final. But I wasn't necessarily concerned with it because, one, I had a literally 100% A. And even if I didn't have 100% A in the class, even if I had an extremely high A, it wouldn't have done much for my grade. So I wasn't necessarily really concerned or whatever, because I knew the meat and potatoes of that exam was going to be actually being able to use Excel and being able to put all those concepts and formulas and whatnot to be able to make the document appear as it was given to us. So, that's kind of what you have to do when it comes to tests or anything like that. Not necessarily just a final exam, just a test. If you know that you're kind of like, but you know that, especially, if you know ahead of time at least, you know that the meat and potatoes, like, literally, like, 70% of the grade is that big boy of whatever the case may be, that's where you really want to focus on, because that's literally the meat and potatoes. That is the coup de grace of what's going to be on the exam. Because for me, literally, if I completely failed the multiple choice questions and I only got the other portion right, which was 70% of the final exam itself, I still would have had an A in the class. Now again, it also depends on what your grade has been throughout the entire semester, but in this case, you want to really put all your heart and soul and energy and focus onto what's going to be the meat and potatoes of that test. But I didn't fail the multiple choice, but you know, I think altogether I actually got an A- on the final. And so I think my final grade is like a 98 point something percent A in the class. So I mean, it didn't make or break me, to be honest with you. Now it might definitely be a different story in biology. Oh, that is also what I want to talk to you guys about. So I was looking through my old tests and things like that for my biology final exam that I will be having on Wednesday, along with my history exam. What was I saying? I was looking through my test and I was like, I know I didn't make like A's on the biology exams, but I didn't fail. I don't believe. I didn't fail my test as badly as I thought or was portrayed that I did. So I was doing some calculations, right? I don't even know. Okay, so I don't even remember, but it's kind of like a hard thing, okay? So, you know what? Actually, no. Let me just try and see this. Crap. I hate when my phone does not do what I need it to do when I want it to need it to do it. Okay, let me see. Okay. Okay, so, okay. Now, clearly the gazillion assignments that he assigned to us throughout the semester have yet to actually be put in the grade book, which I don't know how he's going to get all of those grades in, seeing as how I think the grades are literally due like on Friday by a certain point, but I don't know. So I was looking at my test grades and I took an exam. We took an exam before, as you guys know, it was the Friday before Thanksgiving break, right? And I'm like, okay. I was kind of shocked with myself, to be honest with you, because I was like, I didn't miss as many points as I thought I was going to miss. And so I was like, how is it that the grades are saying that the test that I had the least amount of points taken away is showing, because I had more points taken away on the first exam than I did the last exam. And so I was like, so how does that work? I somehow managed to lose less points on the fourth exam, and yet I have a higher score on exam 1 than I do the last exam, which was actually the test that I actually had lost the least amount of points in. So I'm like, that's not adding up. And so I recalculated the exam 1 grade, which had me recalculating the fourth exam grade. as well as number 2. Number 3, I know I did a terrible job on that exam. I really did really bad on that exam. Honestly, how badly I did is probably not even on the grade scale. That's really bad. Well, obviously I didn't get negative points, but I'm just saying it was really bad. And so it got me thinking. So then I literally spent the good part of an hour calculating, and I'm like, actually, we need to go way back to the first exam because I actually didn't do that bad on exam 1. So then I started calculating exam 2. In exam 2, I mean, I'm not saying I got A's, but I'm definitely not saying I got the grades that is showing up on here. So I'm like, I'm missing around 20 more points than what I was given on this grade book. And exam 4 is definitely not even close to. Yeah, I'm like, so then I had taken pictures of the tests, the scantrons, and for some people who don't know what scantrons are, it's these things right here. Basically you fill in the bubble, and then so the teachers don't necessarily have to grade the multiple choice. They stick it in the machine, and the machine grades it. And so I sent him screenshots and things like that or whatever. And then I had said to him, again, I'm not disputing the questions I got wrong. I'm not saying that I didn't get those questions wrong. I clearly got the questions wrong. But what I am trying to make sure is that you didn't enter the grades improperly. And I'm like, if so, my calculations could be wrong. And so if that is the case, can you please let me know what I am missing or how you actually calculate the grades? Because I could very well be wrong, and is what it is. You get the grades you earn. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's for another video what I want to talk about. But in this case, yeah. I was like, yeah, we need to talk. Well, I sent him a long email explaining what it is and what it ain't. And he did specify, not necessarily he hasn't emailed me back or anything, but he had specified before in the past that you get a week maybe to dispute anything wrong with the test. And so I know maybe as far as maybe looking at the multiple choice, the Scantron, I think it graded wrong, or looking at his annotations of the essay questions, you could be like, sir, I know you have this wrong, but I mean, there's is in the notes and stuff like that you taught us, so I don't see how it's wrong now. I know he means that necessarily of disputing that, but I don't know if that goes also as far as to inputting the wrong numbers into the grade book. I don't know if that counts. So, I mean, honestly, it could go either way, to be honest with you. It could be I understand your concern, but what you're maybe not calculating is this, or this, and things like that, or whatever. And the grades inputted are correct. And then it is what it is, Or it could go where he says, I understand, you're right, this is not correct, but As stated before, you only get a week to dispute these things, and so therefore I cannot change those grades. It could go that way, or it could go in a situation where he's like, oh, I do see where what went wrong and things like that. I will go in there and change that right away and things like that. So I mean, at least I tried at the end of the day. So I mean, I don't know. It could go either way. We'll see what happens. So day one is literally the easiest final. Of course, it's literally the first day and not like, like a really like simple final, on the last day, But it is what it is. We got one final out the way. Day was good. Final took what felt like forever. So everything went smooth. No, it didn't go smoothly. That's a lie. But it could have been a lot worse. The professor, doctor actually, could have been like, I understand that, but I absolutely cannot grade this until you respond to this message, stating that it is the wrong one and like something else happened or whatever. It could have gone a lot worse. It could have been way more of a headache, but it wasn't. Life is good. Sis still has an A in the class. She's done with that class for the rest of the year. So next on the list is bio and history. History, I'm not really honestly worried about, to be honest with you. It's only 4 chapters. Because this is also what I think a lot of professors and teachers and whatever in any schooling, whether... Do we have finals in middle school? I don't know if we had finals in middle school. I feel like we did. Obviously, they're not as important as these finals, but I'm pretty sure we had finals in middle school. And so, for middle school, high school, college, whatever, I think you guys should really take note of this. What is so important about making your tests comprehensive? Like what? See, what my history teacher did was, professor, and author and things like that. He did it to where we had 3 exams during the course of the semester, because he does not believe in comprehensive testing, at least for final exams, So we did, I don't even know how many chapters we looked at for the first exam. So we looked at, I don't even remember which time. We'll just for argument's sake, we'll say chapters 1 through 6 for the first exam. What is it? 6 through 11 for the third exam. For the second exam, and I think it was, and then 12 through 15. Yeah, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, I think that's how it worked out. Yeah, because it's only 4 chapters. So then those numbers seem to add up. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, he did a certain amount he went through and lectured on several chapters, and then we took a test on it. And then after we took a test on those said chapters, we were done. We didn't have to go back and try and memorize all them people, all them dates, whatever. It was done. We moved on. He never mentioned them again. And then the second exam, he would lecture about those chapters of the book, and then we would take an exam on it. And then, obviously, what's happening on Wednesday, we looked at 4 chapters, and then we are now going to take an exam on it. So I think what you guys actually, professors, teachers, whatnot, should think about doing is not making your, because like a final exam can be anything, you know. And then, I mean, a final exam could be a final project. A final exam can be a presentation. So you teachers or department, I don't know how it necessarily works. Well, at least I know for college, depending on the department, because I know at least for the history department, our professor, he makes his own tests or whatever. So, I mean, sorry, nose itch. I mean, you guys should think about not making your test necessarily comprehensive. I mean, what is that telling us? I mean, I think the best thing that's really telling us is who was able to memorize the most amount of crap in the time period to be able to take the test. That's what I think it is. It is what it is. So I mean, like I said, you teachers, professors, and whatnot, doctors, teachers, assistants, whatever, should really like think about not making your tests comprehensive. I think that's a very smart idea. I never knew like teachers or professors or whatever could even do that until literally at the beginning of the semester, our professor was like, so you guys will be given only 3 exams throughout the entire semester. And no, the final exam is the 3rd exam. I don't do comprehensive testing for the final exam. Obviously, you have to remember some things for said exams, but you know, in this manner, as far as the final exam, you don't have to remember every single thing you literally learned in these last few months for one test. So I mean, I think that that's better than anything. So I mean, something to think about. Let me see. I think that's all. It is literally 11:37, and I gotta get this video posted before it turns midnight because this will be Vlogmas day. What's actually? I think, is it the 6th? Oh my god, I knew what the date was because it's Vlogmas day 6, y'all. And I will see you guys next time. Please, good luck on the rest of your finals. If you haven't even taken your first final yet, good luck on your very first one. And hopefully it will go smooth, and hopefully the other ones will go as smooth as the first one. I don't know what I have planned to talk about tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I'll figure something else to talk about tomorrow. And it could be where I put up the actual stickers, which I should have done today, but didn't happen. Yep, stay safe, social distance, wear your mask, hand sanitize, wash your hands, protect yourself as well as other people, because guess what? You're not the only person on this planet. You know how I know that? Because you're watching me. Oh, and the sisters that took me to the airport for Thanksgiving and picked me up from the airport after Thanksgiving break. I appreciate you guys so much. And they have also agreed to pick me up and take me to the airport when it's time for me to leave for winter break. I haven't seen about when they're picking me up again. It's literally gonna be a month out, so I don't know. I could always probably talk to them or something. And in the meantime, between time. But remember, go ahead and give this video a like, share this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notifications. Remember, all notifications, not personalized. We don't do personalized because I don't really know what that is, and I don't really care to research it. So, to be on the safe side, let's do all notifications so you guys can be notified every single time I post anything on YouTube. And I think and if you guys did not like the video, obviously, hit that upside down thumbs down, but guess what's not gonna stop me from doing what I do over here, because I got some dislikes before and I'm still doing what I like doing over here. Alright, y'all, it's time to go.